Hi everybody. I just wanted to come on. I was hoping to get on at 11:11, but I'm a little bit late. I wanted to talk about everything going on today in the 11:11 portal with the energies happening, and maybe pull some cards too. So I'm just going to pull up my other screen here so I can see the chat as it comes up, and we'll go from there. I hope you're all doing well. I don't know how you guys feel about the energies right now, but I am feeling them. I tell you what. Let me know if you guys are having any insights about the energies that are going on right now. Any insights about the energies that are going on. Because I know for myself, I don't know how not to feel the weight of the world. I really don't. It's such a huge portal of energy for help coming in, for light coming in, for angels, for people receiving massive communications. And I'd like to talk some about what's going on perhaps in the world and how it's affecting you guys. So perhaps you'd like to let me know where you're sitting, but I feel there's massive agitation. I'm coming to you in my PJs, you know, I was laying in bed and I'm like, I gotta go talk to everybody and see what's up with you guys and see how you're handling everything that's going on. So please go ahead and feel free to chat in the chat about how you're feeling about the world events that are occurring right now. My Freya's trying to get my headphones thing from behind the thing. She's a little sly girl, aren't you? Yeah. Anyway, I feel just emotional. I feel so emotional. I feel like, how do we help? What do we do? What do we do? How do we help? How do we bring anything to a new fruition as just bystanders as we watch all of this happening? What is the best thing we can do? Some will pray, some will meditate, some will do all these types of things. But being it's an 11:11 today, and I tried to come on at 11:11, I'm going to pull, I have a bunch of decks around me here, and I'm going to pull the cards that are the number 11 out of the deck to actually see what the cards say based on 11:11. So this should be interesting. Oh, look at that. The bottom of the deck. I have 11. It says Aether, the seamless, unspeakable. And that's exactly how I feel. Like there's so much going on in the world that needs speaking about, but it's even to the point where it's unspeakable. Who wants to even speak it into the universe? That's kind of how I feel about the circumstance myself. So that was very fitting. And now I don't know where my book went. There it is. Hiding in the vast unknown and space of all things. This is what it looks like. This is from the Beyond Lumerian guidebook. So let's see what this card has to say about the events of the world and how we're all feeling. Just one sec here so I get it. Here it is. So it says, this illuminated space of no distraction and pure potential is beyond the threshold. It is the silent, meditative moment out of time, the centered and present place beyond the hustle of the mind and outside world. It is where all dreams are birthed, and it is the light we may fear to be darkness when, just for one moment, everything ceases to exist. This is the place between worlds, the womb before we incarnate, and from here we can choose where we go. The land has been tilled, in readiness for the flowers we wish to seed. Outdated doors have been closed, and in the space between the breaths we open the new ones. What may have been perceived as the endless black nothingness is actually the illuminated eternal, the core that all our fears may be peeled back to. When we step through the darkness, we realize it is only a short distance away from the white void at the center of creation in heaven. Herein lies the feeling that we may have been striving our whole life to meet, and yet simultaneously, subconsciously, running from. In this place of graceful surrender, we may know we are held and allow ourselves the spaciousness to drop deeper into the experience of our existence. So what this tells me is that it's like the surrendering to what's going to happen. On a previous channeling I did with the world events that are happening right now, there was a whole lot of just sending love to people in meditation, not even praying for an outcome or picking a side or whatever else is going on, but just praying for the safety, sending love and sending joy out to the world. I hope you all can hear me. If you can hear me, please do let me know in the chat. I'd really appreciate that. So that's the first 11 card we have. Now we're going to pull from the 7 Energies Oracle Guidebook on what number 11 is. I feel like my energy is so scattered and so, but at the same time, my energy is so there, so peaked, I guess is a word to put it. So the 11 card from this deck is called Imperfect Harmony. So let's find it so I can show it to you. It's not one I actually pull very often, if I remember right. I don't remember what it looks like, and out of this deck I've used it very, like, a lot. I feel like something's about to break loose, to break free, to have a massive shift. That's what I feel. And I feel not agitated, but just all kinds of energy flowing around and through and to and all of those things. Perfect harmony. You're encountering a time of healthy, harmonious relationships. Collaboration is key here, as you're invited to explore the potential inherent in making a commitment to another person, a group, or even yourself. How is it that you want to bring yourself into these world events, and how do you want to create something perhaps in order to lift others up, or to come together and create something that may create a small change, whether it's in people's minds or in their hearts? Know that you're bringing different gifts to the table. You don't have to be in exact lockstep with everyone else. Being your authentic self actually brings you into alignment with others. You are a note in a harmony that otherwise overpowers, nor overpowered by an other. Your beautiful independence allows you all to shine. Just keep an eye out for a sign that your subconscious, which has been conditioned by the previous hurts and experiences in the world, is working in a way not in accordance with what your healthy self intends. For example, you may desire a relationship but expect to be betrayed. So you unconsciously sabotage it. You say you want to lose weight, but continue to eat compulsively and avoid exercise. In these moments, you are not attuned with yourself, and the disharmony spills out into all other parts of your life. If this is happening, you might want to take a hard look at yourself, do a self-inventory, forgiving yourself, and then start singing a new song of self-love and acceptance. What really is great about this is how exactly how quickly you are now able to turn this around. Have no fear. It is so easy to get back in tune. All it takes is self-honesty and a willingness to heal. You can do it. This really is such a fortunate time. So there's something really to do with forgiveness here. To do with forgiveness, to do with getting in harmony with your own heart and life step, to bring something to fruition for yourself, not just for others, but for you as well. Let's find number 11 in this deck. I'm going to get the book first, I think, if I can see it here. I might have to go on a book hunt. Not a lion hunt, but a book hunt. Let's see if I can just find it, and then I'll channel messages about it. That's probably the fastest way to go. Is anyone else feeling just spent? Are you feeling like there's a massive shift coming? Are you feeling like something out there is trying to break forth, break free, break loose? The deep quiet. Oh yeah, that's kind of what I feel. But there's all of this in the deep quiet. There's all of this energy that is just like potent. The deep quiet. That's another 11 card. Meditation and stillness. This is what I was talking about. Meditating and stillness. And when you are sending love to everybody that's, pardon me, out there being challenged with all of these world events. I mean, how do we go from, you know, I was driving downtown today where I live, and I saw a town thing where everybody was doing their Remembrance Day thing with everybody in uniform and honoring the people that had passed already in the prior wars. And I'm like, you know, and here we are sitting amongst a war on the other side of the world, which includes all of us, because we all feel that energy. We all feel everything that's going on. And then think in that, for me anyways, being very in tune with source, when I get into quiet and I meditate, it's almost like I hear so much bustle and so many voices going around, or the energy is so intense. It's like a circular, it's like a circular shit show. That's how it feels. And it almost puts me in the energy of some sort of panic. Like it's the quiet before the storm. Like if we felt things were bad now, it's like the quiet before the storm. The storm is yet to come. It's coming. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be fun. Now, this is a whole portal of energy, if you look at it in the metaphysical sense, that's opening up for everybody to step through. Some people are there while people are going through this portal of energy, standing there and holding the doors open. They're being the teachers and the guides and the you know, people that will help bring ease and help people step out of conflict within their own mind about what's going on. Yeah, well, these cards aren't number cards, but there's a horse and freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A great purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves and stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. So there's something about really stepping through to change. I don't know that with everything going on that it's going to be like a, all I know is that today, when there was usually a quiet, a 2-minute quiet that everybody takes to honor other people that passed in the 1918 war, that's how that all started with Remembrance Day. Okay. Or yesterday, not today, but anyways, I can't remember. Was it today? It's 11. Anyway, so when that all happened, I just felt this change of the dead quiet. And when I felt the dead quiet, I felt that. I was like, there's so much more that's about to burst forth. And honestly, you know, it kind of scared me, and I kind of wondered if I'm just losing my mind and going mad. But that's kind of what happened. It kind of scared me a little bit because of the energy I felt was so incredibly intense. It's like a moment that creates it. The 2 minutes. Think about 2 minutes of your life. 2 minutes that we take for silence. Just 2 minutes where we bow our heads and we take for silence and we honor those who have passed before us. In war, fighting for our country, all of these things, fighting for peace, fighting for whatever label that they put on it to fight for. There's something very magical about that 2 minutes of silence and the energies that go around within it. Embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. There's another 11 card for you. It's almost like there's truths that are going to come out soon. Like everybody is, I've heard, and I don't know for certain, but everybody is picking their side, right? They're picking sides about what's going on. They're one camp against the other camp, and these are people that aren't even there fighting on the ground or aren't even there living there, you know. And I'm so glad that people are stepping up and protesting. I'm so glad for that, because I feel like there's something that's gotta be done. The people have to have some sort of say with freedom of speech and whatever else is going on as well. And it's not easy. It's not easy for anybody. You know, it just brings a situation where, I don't know, I just don't know that a lot of people know exactly what to do in the circumstance or situation, or even with the energy, you know. I'm going to see which card here. These aren't number cards either, so we'll go to some more number cards. These aren't number cards either. Well, we'll pick one. We'll just shuffle and pick one. See what the angels have to say, because there's a lot of deep meaning involved in this. A lot of deep meaning right now involved in this. Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. See, maybe that's what's happening to me. Maybe that's what's happening to a lot of people. In the moments of quiet before bed, like I know I've heard a lot of people say that they're having problems sleeping. They have ringing in the ears again. They have all of these things happening. And it could be because we're all being awakened, leveled up to a certain extent in our gifts and how we project ourselves forward. This is my kitty wants to come say hello, my girl. So this is about increased awareness about how people are feeling, perhaps. Increased awareness about how everything is affecting others. Hey, kitty, 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 pretty. You want to say hi to the people? Look up here. Look. Look up here. See, good kitties. She just wants to steal my space so she can lay down right in front of here. I have Lady Portia, divine order. Everything is happening in divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Interesting. Could you not put my cards on the floor? That would be bomb.com. I'd really appreciate it. You know that? Mommy appreciate that. Yep. Let's see where number 11 is in this one. Let's see what number 11 is in this book for you guys. 11. Nope, that's 3. And 10. You know what, sweet pea? That's not your space. Mommy need that space. Yes, I do. Okay. Where'd it go? 10. Sacred scar. So that's what it looks like. Let's see if I can find it. 10, 21, 6, whoops, 12. 32. They all want to stick together. There we go. So I'm going to cover this up because it's pretty risque. Your inner and outer scars are marks of your soul's courage. They are signs of strength and survival, of your willingness to be alive. The sacred scar speaks of that which one caused pain, being transformed into higher knowledge and inner power. Trauma shall be transformed through spiritual initiation, leading you from woundedness to wisdom. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You can trust your healing process and in the hidden higher purpose behind things happening as they do. You are strong and you shall flourish on all levels. I wanted to say that if any of you are feeling like I'm feeling, perhaps a large part of the reason the feeling of heaviness or the feeling of concern or agitation or feeling as though there's something about to happen that we have zero control of. This could be the energy that you're encompassing from your ancestors that have also gone through previous war times. So if you're feeling this, you could be feeling ancestral wounding that is attached to something like war, you know? And as it is going on the other side of the planet, you very well could be picking up on that ancestry or genetic DNA lines within you as to what your family has gone through previously in war, if that makes sense to you. It's like genetics and DNA and who we are, the things our families have been through, they are all encompassed within your genetic coding and within your own DNA, what your ancestors have gone through. That's why if you go and get a DNA test or whatever, you can see what portions of, well, I don't know if you're German are in you or Russian or whatever it is, you can see what's in you. There's a whole lot of what's going on now. I feel as though it's like a fight back for me in my genetic line. It's like a fight back, and it's really hard to be able to carry that. If you're feeling a lot of weight about everything going on in the world with the wars and whatever else, it could be that you're carrying that from your genetic ancestry to here now. Because I don't know how it is necessarily tied all through like one step to another. I'm not sure how that all works, but if you're feeling a very big heavy that you can't get rid of, perhaps that's the oppression that your ancestors may have felt. Perhaps you're carrying that wounding for them in some sort of way. Or through you. It's like when we go through our inner child stuff and we go through and heal something that is ancestral, even if say a parent or a grandparent said something that wounded you, okay? So like say a mother said to somebody, well, I hope your kids turn out just like you, right? Because you're being bad or whatever. Or I didn't even want kids, you were a mistake, or something like that. I'm just using this. And perhaps that's been said through generations. There has to be some forgiveness. But as you heal that wounding, as you heal those wounds that have happened, as you were a child, perhaps as your parents went through generation after generation, You actually reach, it's like reaching through history, reaching through time and grabbing their souls along with your soul and bringing it up and pushing the save button. And then genetic history and your genealogy is all healed. You don't have to, no one that comes after you, your children, your whatever, won't have to go through those feelings or feeling as though they need to relive or pay homage or in some way, shape, or form die to themselves for a past genetic cycle, if that makes sense. That's what I'm getting. I'm going to get a card here. Which one is this from? It's Work Your Light Oracle Guidebook. I had to put my Christmas tree up early because I had I'm having foot surgery on the 23rd of November, and I won't be able to do it after that. So I thought y'all might enjoy it. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew that you never had no worries, you knew that everything would work out perfectly, what would you put into action for yourself and for others? What would you do? What would you bring to light? Who would you, try to become? I think there's a lot of heaviness right now, and I don't know if there's this energy of people actually being able to have the energy to become much of anything at times. It's like there's a real freedom in allowing yourself to feel the energy and feel the way that you feel. There's a real freedom in that. That's what I'm getting. Let's pull one from the Starseed Oracle. So this 1111 portal is a magical time to step through. Whale and Orca elders. Share your song, frequency and sound, diving deep. That's exactly what I was talking about with the whole, ancestral healing. It's like sometimes I sit there and I feel this tightness in my chest and the tears just want to come, but they don't come, or I'll be doing my thing and then all of a sudden tears will just fall down my face. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the heck? Whose energy am I picking up on? But there are so many people in the world right now that are hurting or trying to make their voice known, trying to be heard, trying to be seen through all of what's going on. And this is exactly what I was talking about with the ancestor situation. I also seen one that said, fall into my arms. Fall into my arms. Let's pull one from this one. This book here is The Secret Language of Light. Let's see what they give us. Transmissions from your soul. Transmissions from your soul. Visualize. Card number 17, which equals an 8. Let's read that. See, there's a lot of things that people want to do, but perhaps the visualizing is the best way to manifest the peace that we're looking for. Maybe. If you can dream it, you can create it. Your imagination is a magical superpower that develops the content, look, and feel of your life. You can use your inner vision to maintain or transform anything in your life. Visualizations help us to create a dream life without the perceived boundaries of the manifested world. To take your dreams out into the world, recall your vision of them as you meditate. Let the dream become and feel that leads to a knowing that is so deeply ingrained it will become an automatic response. Through repetition, this response gains momentum toward the tipping point between vision and manifestation. Now that you are privy to the universal law, relax and enjoy the journey toward your desires. When a desire manifests in your physical life, a new desire will be born. Imagination and a fresh path will unfold. So perhaps that's the way to do it, is to meditate and imagine a fresh path unfolding for everybody. a path that has peace, a path that has understanding, a path that has peace that passes all understanding. That would be awesome, right? Yeah, that's what I think. So we're stepping into beautiful times of magical moments of manifesting a different way to go, but it's a time of getting into absolute deep quiet so that everything, we can understand that everything is in perfect harmony, that the divine will have a say in what happens as we move forward. The divine will bring things to the front as it needs to be. The seamless, unspeakable, everything that's happening is in seamless perfection. The divine has got us in every situation. Embrace this magical moment. So I don't know if you guys have felt a pause in the energies that have been happening, or if it's just me. Y'all should let me know in the chat if you'd like to. Trust your path that you're on. The divine is saying you need to trust your path and have faith. Faith for yourself and persevere, and faith for others. I've got the ram here. Perseverance. It says, you have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. And the best way to do that, too, is to get into joy and not forget to play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. And I think a lot of people don't want to get into joy right now. It's almost like they feel bad to get into joy when so many people are suffering. But the more people that get into joy and happiness and send that joy and happiness and love to everything that's going on over there, then I feel as though that's when things will start to turn around. If not turn around, perhaps they will feel the rest of the world loving for them. Does that make sense? Dog, they may feel that they have a friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. So how can we protect the ones that we love and protect our mankind? How can we protect mankind? By still remembering that we ourselves have to be in joy and have to be in alignment with joy in order to be able to send joy over to them. Bison, abundance, sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom, keep me warm through the storms of life, fill my life with goodness, teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. So how is it you pray, and how is it that you be grateful? Oh, I'm so grateful that I'm not living, like I am so grateful that I was born where I'm born. I might not say that my whole life depending on events, but right now I can tell you, I tell you what, I'm so grateful to be born where I've been born. I can't, there's no getting around that. That's just the facts. Welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. And there are a lot of people in the world hurting right now financially as well. It's like one step forward, 20 steps back. We're trying to help our fellow man. We're trying to send a beautiful light. We're trying to go to work even though there's so much heaviness in the world and feeling everything that's going on. But this magical energy that's happening of pause, it's like the eye of the storm right now. And as we move forward, Archangel Michael is with you now. Even though you can't see it, I am actively working on this situation and I'm here helping you. So you have to have faith that there are unseen forces coming around to hug you. Okay. Yes, I know there's a lot going on in the world and we pray for God to help them and we pray for all these world events and everything going on. But let's not forget about our other mankind, the people in our neighborhood that might be suffering because they have people over there. Let's remember ourselves. Let's remember our own families. Just because there's more going on over there doesn't mean that people aren't hurting right in our midst. It's really important to keep that in mind. Have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from disquieting feelings holding you back. So allowing the divine energies to come and free you from this energy, free you from the energy of fear, free you from all of these things that sometimes can really keep you trapped up. And how are they going to do that? By opening your heart. Card number 22. Interesting, I'm talking about 1111 with 11 people in the room. No one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal this situation. So how will love heal this situation for you? What is it that love needs to come to it? What does love need to be brought to? Increase your knowledge. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. Perhaps there's things that if you got more wisdom, got more knowledge under your belt, that you could put more two and two together about the circumstances and the situations. Next up, we have your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. So just because we pray for something to happen a certain way doesn't mean that's how it's all going to unfold, right? It's best to pray not for an outcome anyway, but for the strength to go through what it is that is in front of us. I'm going to pull some tarot on tomorrow, which will be the 12th and the 13th, the new moon in Scorpio. I don't feel as though, it's very potent energies, and there could be a lot going on in people's lives, feeling the weight of the world, perhaps. I know I am feeling the weight of the world. It's like I can sit down and relax for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden, out of the clear blue sky, I'm like agitated again. It's a constant thing, and I don't know which or whose energy I'm picking up on. There's so much going on in the world, it's hard to say. So we have the Seven of Swords. Be careful of self-sabotage. Be careful of people lying to you about what way to move forward. There will be decisions that need to be made. There will be things that people need to decide on. I see people making that decision. That's just it. But my concern is with the cards here is that they may very well make a decision based on what they know to be true from certain information. But is it actually the truth? We need to understand that we've got to make decisions based on facts, not based on necessarily feelings. Now I have the High Priestess, intuition. That's about using your intuition and trusting your gut that what you see or what you feel is correct. But it's also including the facts, right? Use the books, use knowledge to find out what those facts are for you and move from a very factual place. Look at how the facts you've learned and the things you want to put those facts towards, and then see if your gut resonates with them before you move forward. That way there's no self-sabotage, and also you're not moving based off of what somebody else's lie or someone else's truth is. Really trust your gut. There's a whole energy of not feeling like people can get themselves out of a circumstance or a situation in any place right now. There's a lot of people feeling as if there's like a lack of, maybe just a lack of emotional stability, a lack of financial stability, a lack of mental groundedness, a lack of, well, I guess that's it. I lost my train of thought. And I think there's a whole lot going on. I want to show you the cards here where world leaders are concerned as well. We have the Emperor, we have the High Priestess, and we have the Five of Cups. Now, when I look at these three cards, I sit here and I think someone's taking control in a way through world events. I'm talking right now, okay? Someone's taking control in a way of using their intuition, and something's not turning out quite as they expected. But I feel it's because they didn't necessarily get all the facts. I feel as though the facts have been an issue in the circumstance. Who did what, who did this, who did that, and all of a sudden, stealthy madness was, put out there. right? And was it all based off of a fallacy? Someone made a decision possibly based off of fallacy. They didn't get all the facts before they went ahead and did what they did. Now all that does is what? Yeah, it causes pain and suffering and grief. And then realized in, yes, pain, suffering, and grief as I pull the Nine of Swords. So someone tried to take control of a situation, got all up in the grill of everything, and it ended up causing more grief than necessary. Figuring that they had to defend something that was going on, a juggling situation. There was some sort of defensiveness that had to come out and create a clear decision. Create a clear decision. So they had to defend their clear decision, regardless of whether it ended up being true or not, regardless, right? Because they got the Nine of Swords. Well, now what do? We made this decision, didn't turn out as planned, thought we listened to our intuition, took control of the situation, turns out it was all based on a fallacy. It's ridiculousness. It drives me insane. I'm just saying, but this is what's going on right now in people's lives, here and on the other side of the world. Craziness. Now I sit here and I see all these things and I get a little riled up. I really do, because I have all these other cards. Trust your path. It's all in perfect harmony. Go into the deep quiet. Embrace this magical moment, and then the seamless unspeakable. So I know the divine has control of it all, but me here in my own small self, I sit here and go, you gotta be shitting me. I'm just saying. That's how I feel. Craziness what's going on in the world right now. Let's pull some more cards. Halo's losing her mind over all of this, driving me crazy. Anyway, let's pull some more cards. I got the Page of Swords, challenging information. One camp is watching the other camp, biding time, having patience, acting like everything, oh no, we're all good, but oh, here's the challenging information. How about we just come and pick your brain? Oh, maybe you could even just come and join us. Come join us in this camp that we've got going on. Come join us. We're just going to bide our time and see who comes and joins us. Yeah, you see, because they're trying to be the magician. They're trying to harness the sword. They're trying to harness the wand. They're trying to harness the fire, the wind, the air. They're trying to harness all of it in order to create everybody coming into their camp. The problem here is that the divine is the higher camp, and I don't know how anyone is going to have any resolution in circumstance, because it's like, heck, I ain't the divine. All I know is that right now we're going through the seamless unspeakable. It's like, it's hard to even imagine. It's hard to even imagine. And the next card I get is the Death card. So tell me if you guys don't see this. Okay, this is just what I get from these cards, okay? I don't hope my phone's not about to die on me. It just went dark. I'm going to plug it in. Just one sec, guys. Don't go anywhere. There we go. Yep, it was about to kick off. That's interesting. It was about to kick off just as I pulled the Death card. Yes, can you believe it? The last card out of there, the Death card. Oh, here's an ingenious idea. Here's some challenging information. Look at this. Let's just be patient and let's wait. Let's see who decides. We keep everything going as it is, and let's see who decides to come and join this camp. Let's see who decides to come and join in our happy little charade we've got going on. Oh, and secondarily, let's harness all these things. Let's do this and be the magician. And here we are. We're just trying to create death. We're just trying to create transformation. That's BS. Anytime you get the magician next to the Death card, there's some insane fuckery going on there. Seriously. This will also be portrayed to a lot of our lives. Even in our individual lives as to what's going on. It might play out on the world stage, but it's also playing out in our lives here too. It's just craziness. I mean, I can't even. I just can't even. You know, let's pull some more cards on what might be happening over the next week with all of this world events. Let's pull some more cards on what's happening over the next week with these world events. Oh yeah, see? So I talked about camps, right? I talked about one camp being against another camp and all that sort of stuff. Well, look what I got here. Oh, we are going to have an end to a two that were joined together. An absolute dead ending. Two that were joined together in contract are going to break away from contract. One camp and the other camp, they're going to split apart, and then you're going to have what? You're going to have 3 or 4 now on different camps deciding what to do. Well, this whole ending comes about to some sort of contract that was agreed upon. So then you have more people getting in the situation because they aren't together now with it. They're separated from it. So now you have how many different camps we got going on here? See what I'm saying? Some sort of contract is not being honored. There's some sort of obligation to a contract, and it's going to come to an end. There will be a temporary pause in action. Well, it's going to happen over the next 7 days because someone's putting the effort and the energy into that. Into manifesting it. The Wheel of Fortune. So to one of the camps on one side of things, it could look one way, and to one of the other camps, it could look another way. So then we have to sit here as us humans and look at the whole situation and go, okay, well, which camp do we vote for now? Which one do we do now? And then you end up having a mass collective on the whole earth that is against each other, and more camps being picked and more camps being chosen. Oh, we're just going to come in and give a little wooing over to this camp here. It's such a political thing. It's such a, I just don't know who ever thought it was a good idea to go and do this other than people that want to make money from being the magician, the person with the swords and the person with the wands and the fire and the things that go kapoo, kapowie, whatever you want to call it. Kapowie. King of Pentacles, the person who holds the money. Who's the one holding the money in the circumstance? Who's the one that has the most to gain financially from what's going on in the world? That's a very good question, isn't it? Sometimes we just don't know. Maybe it's about the money. Maybe it's actually about what they're saying. And as this is what's going on in our minds, well, who do we believe? What do we believe? What's going on there? What's going on here? I don't know. It's like they're making it seem as if we have a decision to make. It's like the right to vote. You have the right to vote. You have the right to choose a side. You have the right to choose a side. But the reality of the situation is there's no choice. There's no choice. Being bombarded in your life and the whole mass collective being bombarded with all of this going on, there's no choice. We have no choice in it. It's like a fallacy. So now I have a king and a queen of pentacles. So there could be a feminine who is invested in this whole situation on earth. That benefits from the money as well. You know, 8 of Pentacles really putting in the work to have this some sort of partnership going on so that everybody can benefit from a mass thing over on the other side of the world and collectively. I hope you all are understanding what I'm talking about here. I'm trying to do YouTube terms and conditions, but still give you information on what's going to be happening over the next week collectively. Stemming from the throat chakra of the world, which is the Middle East. Next card, the Star. Wishes granted, hopes, faith, trust that a higher power is moving through the situation. I just lost my earphone. I just lost my ear. All right, so we have a star card. So something about the age of Aquarius coming in. I wonder if we're going to have some new inventive, we're in the birth of the age of Aquarius right now. Going to have some new inventive, where's that magician? Oh, I put him back in the deck. Weaponry, perhaps. New inventive type metal type things, or fire type lending situations. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's that there. And then I have the Two of Cups coming into harmony, mutual agreement on a circumstance in a situation. But what does that behold with the Seven of Wands? Oh, now we can defend even stronger, right? I look at this and I have the Lovers here. The Lovers are the big kahunas, okay? This is the major arcana. This is the big kahunas in the world. And these are two smaller entities in the world coming together. Okay? So it's like two camps here and two camps here. It's like they're kind of playing each other. You have to take these cards as they resonate for what the title of the video is. But I have the Seven of Wands is about defending your home turf, defending what you've built, defending what you believe in. All of these things. And then yet again, I have the Death card. Right? I have transformation being brought, but it's not going to come easy. And we have the Magician again, right? The Magician again with coming to the camp. Well, what camp are you going to be involved in? Who's trying to woo who to what camp? You know, people, I feel like the sides right now, whoever picks what side, it's like they're trying to woo a mass collective to their camp. So, what camp do you want to be involved in? Maybe you want to be involved in the camp of the divine. Maybe you want to be involved in the camp that sends love. Maybe you want to be involved in the camp that will protest against such things. Depends, right? But a lot of people are going to feel called to get involved in this circumstance and to be part of a camp moving forward. And there's going to be a lot of backstabbing. I'm telling you what, there already is, but I'm talking about the higher ups in all of this, right? I hope you all understand that. Yeah, it's going to take great strength. Okay, see, people are stuck in the middle. And this isn't necessarily people on the ground. Yes, they're the victims of the circumstance, but in this card, look at this. We have a camp fighting here. It's exactly what I was saying, Five of Wands. Camp fighting here. We have a camp fighting here, standing in the background, waiting for their turn almost, and someone holding it back and saying, no, just wait, just hang on, like it's an absolute battle and a struggle, right? And we have different types of forms of beings here too. Keep that in mind as well. Who's actually fighting this fight? Who's actually doing this? And then we have great strength and courage. See who out of the circumstance is trying to tame the lions. These two lions are fighting here. You see? Who's trying to do this? Let's look back to the portal in August. What was that portal about? 888, I think. 88, is that what it's called? Yeah. We could also look at the portal in September that happened against a certain camp back on 9/11. Something that stems from there as well. Even though there's a lot of denial going on about that, keep that in mind. Absolutely stabbed in the back. This is what I'm talking about when I showed you the Lovers, and that something was going on, and that there was two camps that were together on this that are breaking up, and the camps that are breaking up in the situation are the ones that are going to go and pick from different, things in order to get others involved, and that's how these types of things start massive conflict. I don't know if this video will get taken off of YouTube or not for all the innuendo and such. Maybe not. Hard to say. Does anyone have any questions about the whole situation that they would like me to pull cards on, specific situations? If you want to go ahead and put it in the chat. I've got 5555 on the clock, so I got 4 more minutes if anyone wants me to pull cards for anything. We have the Empress. Do we know which land titles their ruler as an Empress? We have a King of Cups. Do we know which land or camp is ruled by emotion in the circumstance? We have the Four of Wands. Do we know which land is built on a 4-pillar foundation? I see certain people joining ranks here in order to bring about what they consider a victory. That's very concerning to me if they all get involved like that. Yeah, see, the Moon card. There's more going on behind the scenes than meets the eye. It makes a person wonder, doesn't it? With all of that going on behind the scenes and what the media is trying to feed us and all of that sort of stuff, it makes one wonder what's actually going on behind all of that. While so-and-so is busy over here dealing with all of this, and so-and-so is busy over here dealing with all of this, it's like, well, the cat's away, then mice will play, right? So who's planning what next? Yeah, we don't know. The Moon card. More going on here than meets the eye. What would you like a card on? Do you have one question I can pull a card on for you? Angel wings. I have the Seven of Wands, defensiveness, trying to protect what you've created, standing up for yourself. And I think it has something to do with the faith it takes to stand up for yourself. Standing your ground, drawing a line in the sand. For sure, that's what that's about. I'm going to switch this card over here too. Mahavatar Babaj, soul expansion. I feel as though you're wanting to I feel as though you're wanting to move things forward. I feel as though you're wanting to stretch your mind and stretch past your boundaries. I feel as though you're wanting everyone to honor your boundaries as you go ahead and step into the new. Soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. So you understand how people feel about what's going on. You get that. You understand that everything has reason, everything has purpose, everything has come to this world for absolute divine reason. There's something here where you're standing your ground on. You might even feel like the need to defend yourself, defend your children, defend your life, whomever it is that's in your world. There's a very defensive energy. I wonder if there's some sort of expansion that you feel is coming and has not happened yet, and you might actually have been trying to ward it off a little bit. It's almost like you feel as if you're not ready for it. That's what I'm getting for you. Let's split this deck. Yeah, Queen of Cups. You're all up in your feels about a circumstance and a situation. That is for sure. That's for sure. The Queen of Cups is the only queen in the tarot in most Rider-Waite decks that has the cup is closed. The cup to your heart is closed. I'm going to keep talking as I go get my other deck. Okay, so the cup to your heart is closed, and it's like you need to close that cup of your heart to the lid to the cup of your heart so that you can heal, so that you can bring something new to the table. It's almost like keeping your emotions under yourself so that you can find ways to put yourself out there emotionally, because you're very empathic. Find ways to put yourself out there emotionally where people don't actually dive into your emotions and into your cup. That's what I'm getting for you. It's kind of like a, yeah. How do I tell people what it is I want without them judging me? That kind of energy. How do I tell them what I want and what I desire without them running forward into my happy, beautiful bliss, what I have in my mind, without them torturing it with the first words that come out of their mouth? Yeah. King of Pentacles, King of Cups. Two different people here, and I see the Star card peeking up, having faith and hope about something. Would anyone else like a card pulled? There's some sort of nefarious nonsense going on there. Speaking of camps, back to my other conversation. This guy is trying to steal armory. You're welcome. Trying to steal armory away from a camp to avoid a war. Okay, that's the story of this card. That's what he's trying to do. He leaves 2 swords behind because this is all he can carry. The reality of the situation is that these 2 swords left behind, you know, could easily win a war. They could easily win a war if they're in the right hands. So I wonder what's being left behind and may get into the wrong hands, if that makes sense to you. All right, let's pull card for Chaley. Or Kaylee. I'm not sure how you say that. I'll pull 2 from this deck and 2 from the other deck just to get a better feel. Passionate opportunity coming your way. You're going to want to take a risk on. It's about your career. It could be about spiritual awakening. It could be about someone might be protesting against what it is you want to do. I have the 7 of Wands for you as well, and the 4 of Wands. So defending your camp, defending your home, defending your happiness. Yeah, see? This is what I have for you. The Ace of Wands and the Fool. Starting a brand new cycle, and it's a beautiful opportunity. Well, there's something going to be offered to you. But I have a feeling that you're going to have to defend taking the job to a family or a significant other, or something to may have to leave home to go for it. There could be something that you wanted to do in your home as well that might not have turned out, like working from home or something. But this is home base. To me, this is home base as a reader. And you're defending. You're going to have to defend your need, looking for a job to deal with something with home base. You don't have anyone, okay? Well, it's not necessarily a person. You may have to leave your home in order to go to work. Oh, there you go. Maybe you're defending your need to work from home. Defending your need to desire working from home. No, I want to stay at home. I'm going to take this risk. It's a passionate opportunity. I have to make this decision. I don't know what to do. There's no win-win. I don't know what to do. And Ace of Wands come up out of the other deck. So whatever job you're being offered, it's to end a certain cycle and help you start a new one. That's beautiful. Congratulations. That's very nice. Well, my darlings, I've been online now for an hour and 5 minutes, 11 seconds, 12, 13, 14 seconds. I'm getting tired here. It is 12:19 my time. I don't know where all you are from, but thank you for stopping in and saying hello and listen to me rant about my musings about everything going on in the world. World events. I pulled a bunch of tarot on world events. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. You guys take care. Much love and blessings to you. Thank you for joining me. I will talk to you again soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.